What's good? It's a boy dude reviews, and today we have got Scooby Doo on Zombie Island, a 1998 direct-to-video animated comedy horror film based on Hanna-Barbera's Scooby Doo Saturday morning cartoons. And this film obviously has voice actors such as Scott Imes as Scooby Doo, Billy West as Shaggy, Mary Kay Burgam as Daphne Blake, Fred Walker as Fred Jones, BJ Ward as Velma Dinkley, Andrena Barbrua as Simone, Tara Charofre as Lena, Cameron Clark as um, Bo, Jim Cummins as Jackals, Mark Hamill as Snakebite Scruggs, Jennifer Lee Warren as Chris, and Ed Gilbert as Mr. Beeman. And this film, what is this film about? Well, basically, 5 years have passed, and Scooby and the gang since the original Scooby Doo Where Are You series, and the Scooby Gang have kind of gone their separate ways. You know, they're all kind of grown up in a way. They're all adults, and you've got like Daphne. She's a daytime host person, and Fred's kind of like the camera guy and like her manager, I suppose. And then you got Velma, who works at a bookshop, and Shaggy and Scooby are airport securities. And Daphne, basically, she's doing this like TV show, and she wants to, after encountering like a lot of fake ghosts, like Daphne, she's the reason why they all broke up was because I'm guessing the gang kind of got a little bit bored of like solving mysteries because the ghosts always started to be like fake. And yeah, basically Daphne wants to find a real ghost, and she's planning on doing this like TV show called Coast to Coast with Daphne Blake. And yeah, Fred decides to get the gang back together while Daphne's filming her show, and they're off to find some ghosts and some real ghosts, but they all turn out to be fake. However, while they're like still like looking for their real ghosts, this woman called Lena, I think her name is called, tells the Scooby Gang that her island is apparently full of mysterious ghosts and beings. But the Scooby Gang are like, oh, that's just all nonsense. But it looks like this inhabited island may be filled with undead pirates and zombie crew members as well. Ooh. And yeah, production basically the film's screenplay was written by Glenn Leopold, Nickelodeon's Doug Writer, and 1980 Scooby series Davis Doyle. And when drafting the film, he would occasionally go to Iwo Takamoto, the original designer of Scooby Doo, still working at Hanna-Barbera, for advising on the scenes. And he said that it was a good solid mystery and all that jazz. And yeah, this film I really do like. It is a solid good mystery, as he said. And this film was my childhood in a way, dude. It was my childhood. I watched this film to death as a kid, and this film has been reviewed to death as well. Like, oh my gosh, I think people are I'm kind of bored seeing a lot of reviews on YouTube about this film, and I've already reviewed this film in the past, but my original channel got deleted, so I have to redo it again. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. But the positives of this film, I do like this look of the film. This is definitely the creepiest, darkest Scooby Doo movie they have ever done. It is so creepy. Some of like the landscapes and the backgrounds and the colors just make you they just freak you out. And as a kid, I was so freaked out by this film. This movie freaked the heck out of me as a kid. Like, I could never watch this movie in the night. I had to watch it during the daytime because I'd go to bed and then I'd be thinking about it. I mean, it was terrifying, mate. It was terrifying, my dude. And honestly, it's a great film. This film came out during a time when Scooby Doo wasn't doing that well. You see, Scooby Doo kind of went on this like kind of hiatus thing for a couple of years, and there wasn't any like new Scooby Doo material in a way. And all of a sudden, they're like, let's just kind of revive the Scooby Doo series with making these direct to video movies. and they made this film, and it kind of brought Scooby Doo back in the limelight. And I'm happy that this was the film that did it. This film has a great plot and good voice acting, I have to admit. I really do enjoy it. It's a really enjoyable movie. It's a creepy as flip movie. And there's a lot of twists and turns, but I'm guessing you've already seen this film because, mate, you've gotta have seen this movie. This movie is a classic. It's been on TV for years. You've gotta know what this film is. But in case you don't know what this movie is about, I won't spoil it for you. I will definitely let you go and watch it. Because it's one of those movies where you're like, I don't think you can predict what's gonna happen. And yeah, this is definitely one of the best Scooby Doo movies of all time. I absolutely enjoyed the heck out of it as a kid. It freaked me out, it gave me many nightmares. And the music, oh, Sky Cycle was great. You have, like, I flipping love Terror Time Again. When that song played, it gave me nightmares for years. I mean, oh my gosh, I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. It was freaky as flip. And honestly, with that said, I'm gonna give Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. I mean, come on, let's give it. I mean, maybe it isn't as creepy now as when I was a child, but I still appreciate this film. I still enjoyed watching it and looking at it. And I'm definitely gonna give it an A+ and a 10 out of 10. It's definitely a Scooby Doo for me, and yeah, definitely. This was like the top, like, in terms of Scooby Doo. This was like the Mook Animation era, because these movies were created by the Mook Animation Studios, which was a Japanese animated studio. So it kind of, it kind of explains why it does have a very anime looking style to it, to be honest with you. It is very anime looking, to be honest with you. And I really like the mature, dark tone this film gave. Um, yeah, it's creepy as flip. It gave me nightmares, and I'll definitely watch this film again and again and again in the future. And it's just the start of a great kind of quadrilogy of movies following witches, ghosts, alien invaders, and cyber chase. And thank you for watching this review. Please like, share this video, comment down below, and tell me what's your favorite Scooby Doo film. That's it. Thank you for watching. As always, a boy the review signing out.